For the listener's discretion, this podcast contains strong language and adult themes that may not be suitable for children. These are not the views of the radio station or its affiliates.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know that we can't play naughty. You beg and I plead, and you pull my heartstrings until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. Until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you.
Well, now, hold on.
Yes.
Let's go black behind this. There's just a whole bunch of going down on the mic going on right there. There we go. Yo, I know we start out with what's in your cup. I'm going to need about 3 cups a day after dealing with Mr. Chris Lay here, getting him on the show today.
It'd have been easy to get me a green card, doggone it.
Look, last week we had our special guest, Gabby, in
No,
here.
week before. Week
Was it the
before.
week before? Yes, because Kevin was supposed to be last week, so the week before. And he was signed in at 6:20.
6:23.
6:23. Our meeting every time is supposed to be at what time, Chris? What time is it supposed to be?
6:45, 6:30.
6:50. Not even
Yeah,
better.
yeah, okay.
He was signed in at 6:23. Today, the last several minutes I've been trying. He got signed in at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Wait. They think you're joking.
Hey, you're
Up
right
7
on
o'clock.
Facebook. Let's say hey to our watching on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, where else are we? YouTube, of course, all of those viewers. And what's up, Sally? And who else? Let's see. Sally's in the house. Yeah, she said, I'm laughing only because your arms keep disappearing when you're between your black shirt in the background. And my black chair behind me. It's all right.
Talk about getting away from it all.
It's okay. It's all right. So do you have a cup yet? Were you too flustered to even get a cup? Oh, we got a big cup. We got a big sippy cup.
Speaking of sippy cups,
Wait, can you see it? There it is.
Okay.
With my City Vodka in there. I have to make sure it's in front of the thing there so that you can see it. Got it right there. It's in my cup
Okay.
as always, as I'm having a good time. Just regular old ice. I didn't even have time. Like literally, because I was helping somebody get on board here. Yeah.
Blame it on me.
I shall. What's up, Jewel? Haven't seen you in forever and a day. I love you, love you, love you. Haven't seen you on here. I've seen your lives and see what you do out there doing what you do. But it took forever just to get that part done. Okay. So I have no pretty ice in here with fruit. I have
Pretty ice.
no extra anything, just boring ass cup. Thank you, Chris.
Well, you got the vodka right there. You know you always going down on the mic with City Vodka. I know you got some.
Yes, but I like to put extra stuff in there. I like fruit floating around. I have
Okay,
fruit
so
cake.
one week without you being extra is going to kill you.
It feels like it.
Okay.
It feels like it. Especially after all that I had to do with you, I feel like I should have fruit and all other type of stuff up in here. But look, if you all, we tell you about City Vodka every week. Every week we tell you about City Vodka, and every week we mean it. I don't know who the hell he's texting down there, but it's.
I'm not texting anybody. I'm trying to actually get my other light on, but go ahead.
I bet you are. Last minute, Larry. I bet you are. I ain't got no lights. I don't have no lights or nothing.
But you got space monitors. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You can't even hardly even see me right because I didn't have time. Thanks, Chris. But guys,
I did not tell you put that black shirt on.
I didn't have time to get my other shirt. I didn't have time. Usually, I change clothes during our meeting, but I did not have time. So, guys, what's in your cup? Sally, Jewel, I know you got something good over there in San Diego. You always have something good in your cup or whatever it is. It may not be City Vodka, but tell us what you got in your cup right now. Even if it's some good old alkaline water or whatever it may be. You had me, Chris, getting in trouble with DJ Balo, because he just got home off the road and he's asking me for a soda that's in the refrigerator over here in the room. And I'm like, I can't, because I'm trying to get you on here. And I get a text message. You would think you would understand, but I just got off the road and all I want is a soda. You think you understand that?
Oh, no, I'm good with that.
You're good with that? I wasn't good with that. Just letting you know that was you. She said you boring, just waters at night. That's all right. That's okay. Jewel has it taken care of. Okay, she got the tequila, so she got enough shaking over there for you, Sally. All right, she has enough shaking over there for you. Look, we got a special guest coming on. He was supposed to be here with us last week. I do apologize. For last week, I had a family emergency, and it could not happen. It couldn't happen. I did not even attempt to. So I do appreciate everybody for still coming back and hanging in here with us and coming back to see him because, look, this brother's dynamic. Let me let you know. I have worked for him multiple times. I have worked with him and enjoyed every single time of it. I won't give out too much because he isn't on here yet. So we'll make sure that we talk more about that. Now, Chris, did you look him up?
I know who he is. I just could not place the last name. That's what threw me.
Mm-hmm. When I typed his full name.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wait.
By what? What does he go by?
I don't remember what he go by because I know that we were sitting in a meeting talking about him 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, that brother, yeah. And then when you sent me his name, I was like,
he said, I don't know
who that is.
I just rolled my eyes. This was earlier in the day.
Yep. I was like, all right, bro. Okay.
And I didn't tell him who. I said, type his name into Facebook. I was already done with him. I was already done with Mr. Chris Lay. For you guys, we're always looking for, if you've got music, you've got written spoken word, you've got something that we can put up to show the people and get it pumped out to all the other countries that we're viewed and heard in. Come on and send it in to us. Send it in to gdotm2019@gmail.com. That's GDOTM 2019 at gmail.com. So send that in to us.
I like how that flowed. That was good. That was good.
What you like that?
I like that. I like that.
Because you were in your, and I didn't even get a chance to put his name up. That was Anthony Frazier, Vibrations. Because if you've watched the show before, you already know that. However, if this is your first time or if you're watching the replay, that was Anthony Frazier, who I love. Go check his stuff out on YouTube. He has a lot of really good quality music out there. His videos is thebomb.com too. Like, I know him from cosmetology school. I had no clue he had a voice. He never hummed, whistled, any of that stuff while we were there. Not one time. We've been out for drinks, all that type of stuff. Ain't never one time hummed, whistled, or definitely belted out no notes like that.
Ain't did nothing like that, right?
Nothing like that. I was totally surprised, but definitely down to support because it sounds good. It sounds good and it's good quality. So definitely go check him out on YouTube and click that like. Now, don't forget about us. So if you have not already, make sure that you're out there and you're sharing. Share this right now, even if you're watching the replay. I'm going to ignore whatever it is he's doing. I can't with him.
I dropped my light, but go ahead.
Share it. Friend us, follow us, all the things that you do on social media with all of our social media outlets. Definitely go make that happen right now, and tell a friend about us also. All right. Are you situated? Is there anything else that you need to happen here?
No, I'm good. I got stuff in my cup. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So now you guys are watching today. I want you to know that we want you to come on back. You can catch the replay. Catch the replay of this episode on Monday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for anybody who missed it. Or you just want to see it again. Like, I cannot believe that Chris dropped that damn light. He played with that damn light the entire time.
And then dropped it.
Okay, he tossed it and caught it. So now, as Sally, our director of research, always does, she has the link there for you, which I'm not going to say all this link out there, but the way you spell his name, how we appeared on here, Anthony Frazier, Frazier, his YouTube playlist. So if you're on our Facebook page, you can definitely click it there. Otherwise, if you're watching us someplace else, go ahead and just make sure to look on the screen and type it on out and just type his name and go search him and listen to all his good stuff that he had going on there. Okay, you with us now, Mr. Chris?
Yeah, I'm with us now.
Okay, so what else you gonna have going on? Tell me that.
Oh, just doing some, in contract talks with a couple of producers about some new projects.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to get some new projects off the ground, and that is looking very positive. Just doing a lot of different stuff. I'll be doing another set of fashion shows in about 2 or 3 weeks. As soon as I get that information, I'll pass it on.
Whose fashion shows are those? Are those like private fashion shows?
No, these are actually, one is actually something along the lines of Ebony Fashion Fair.
Oh.
Okay, so
is Ebony still out? Is it still in production?
Well, Ebony is still in production, but it's the people who are doing it were the people who were doing the Ebony Fashion Fair, the original one.
Okay.
And so they dusted off a bunch of us old originals and brought us out of retirement, got us passes from the nursing home, stuff like that. So that we
I'm going to help Sally out with that question she just put up there. She said, is that a backdrop behind you, Chris, or is that your house and you have a beautiful grand piano? Hold on. Don't answer.
I won't answer.
We're going to see how long it's going to take for this to pop up right quick while we're talking. So they brought everybody out of retirement. Like, what is that called? Like when it's unsung heroes.
Unsung heroes. Yeah. They get it. And it seems like that's what they're doing too, because folks like you're in the Zoom meeting and all of a sudden you see people. It's like, man, I didn't know you were still alive. It's like, wow, really?
Well, I'll be damned.
Oh, hey, Jesse, how you doing? Where's that $29.95 you owe me? from back in '67.
Not Jesse. That's awfully old fashioned right there. But I
Look.
appreciate it.
Okay.
So Sally, it's still spinning on my screen, but you can say we're in the same house right now. We're in the same house. That's just one of the backdrops that's available. And wouldn't that be nice? That sofa looks awfully comfortable. Awfully comfortable. My screen isn't liking it too much, so we'll just bring back my old regular thing up here.
Just bring your old regular thing back, huh?
My old regular thing. All right. Okay. So you've been doing that. I've been tending to personal medical shit for family members. Nothing fun at all. Although I did work formerly called Comic-Con, and now of course it's called Fan Fusion. So I was working that. I got to see a lot of people. I saw Gabby.
Yeah.
She was the first person I bumped into. First person.
Yeah, she called me from down there and said, "Guess what I saw?" I said, "Probably Moni." She said, "How you know?" Because Moni is everywhere. You know?
Not anymore. I'm trying to get back out there, but Sally said, "Cool backdrop. If it were real, we'd have to have a party at your house, Chris." I'm with that. That does look like a party house. It looks like it would start out very nice and swank.
Yeah, right until I kicked y'all out of my house for putting your cools out on my carpet. All right.
For one, who's still smoking cools?
That's what I'm saying, okay?
That'll be the first thing. Who's still smoking cools? 2, we vaping. 3, I would be putting probably my glass on your baby grand. No, I wouldn't do that. It'd be on the fireplace. That's where I'd probably be sitting also. It'd be on the fireplace.
You couldn't put it on the fireplace.
Why not?
That fireplace is approximately 6 feet high, and you only 2'4".
1.
So
Forget you. 2, okay. I'm talking about the bottom part there with the candle where I would be sitting, and then I'd have my drink next to me. That's
okay. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, you could do
and
that.
I'm wondering, how are you arguing with me about a fake room anyway?
Because if you notice where the top of that piano is,
I see all of that. I see the shelf up there.
Being that I've had one that comes up to approximately a little over 6 feet high, and if you look at the actual mantelpiece, it's about parallel to that when it's open.
All of that's beautiful, but how are you arguing with me over a fake background?
Do you know what? I'm not arguing about a fake background.
Well, it'll be where I'm not going to put my drink. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just trying to make it easy for you guys after you have that second drink. You damn sure ain't getting up there for
That would be a fact.
I'm trying to explain to you the logistics of you and that drink.
I'm not trying to end up on the floor. So look, did you I know you remember me talking about Mr. Kevin. Did you go do any research? Do you know anything about this brother?
Well, I know he's a director.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because I typed that, but did you?
No, I've said he was a director before you typed it.
Okay.
I said he was a director before you typed it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I said that I did because he is also friends with another director friend that we are both of acquaintance with.
Who's that?
Whose project did we last do together?
Oh,
yeah, that guy.
Dr. Rodney.
Yeah, right.
Who isn't acquainted with Dr. Rodney? Exactly.
Probably some of them folks that need to be saved. But we're going to move on from that.
I'm going to let you know that Dr. Rodney did give out some 4-letter words on my show when he was here. So it's all good. So.
Yeah, WISE, WISE. I remember he said that word. And I'm not, nope.
This one started with a B, but it's okay. It's
Bush.
Okay. Anyway, you really playing games. I can see Mr. Kevin down there in the waiting room. And hey, are you ready to come on in, Kevin? All right. You guys, look. Here comes one of my favorites. I know I always say I got favorites, but for real, one of my favorites. Let me bring him on in here right quick. Mr. Kevin. Go ahead, unmute yourself, sir. There you go. Hey, how are you?
Man, really good. I don't tell nobody this, but I'm officially on my wife's insurance, so I got some new glasses, so I'm feeling myself today.
Look,
My people, I love it. I love it. I'm on insurance, y'all.
come on, give the side view. Give the side view. Let's see the side. There it is. All right. Oh,
Wait. And I went down to that place where you can get 2 pair.
Hello, somebody.
he said, shout out to my wife.
Right?
I can see y'all right now. So, okay, press pause right quick because I saw that you said wife. If we were something on social media we were doing or whatever it was, and you said my wife, and
Ain't
you know I'm.
Anybody supposed to know, Moni?
Huh?
Huh?
What? When did this happen?
What happened, Moni?
See, y'all playing games.
I'm like, see, that's why I like the brother. He gives you just enough. Just enough. My man, just enough. You understand what I'm saying?
Kevin, when did this happen?
Man.
What happened?
I'll tell you, it happened at the beginning of creation when God said, "Let there be light." See, there's a grand plan, and we're all a part of this plan. And I just want to say that if it wasn't for that plan and good people like you, I want to be here with y'all right now. So God bless and thank you. Sally Ann Francis, how you doing, Sally? Sally, make sure you have a pen and paper because I'm going to be giving away a lot of information in this interview, a whole lot of information.
This is not Kevin's first time at an interview. Did you see how he skated around that? How he spent that out? Did you see? And only because I love him shall I allow that, because otherwise I'd stick him to the wall. But I love him so much. Was that your baby's hair I saw over there on the side of you? Was that your baby to the left?
Absolutely. Here she goes. Come on, baby. Come here. There she goes. There she is right there.
Thank you, because what interview have I ever done with you that she has not been present in some shape, form, or fashion?
If you see me, you see my daughter Autumn.
That's right. That's
and
right.
You might see more soon, but I said too much.
Okay. Oh.
I've said too
much. I'll keep those assumptions to myself and leave that alone. All right. So we're gonna be putting up your information because Sally is our director of research. So, honey, if you were able to see on the screen, she has your Venmo or Vimo. She has Roku.
Put my Venmo up, man. Y'all want to send some donations?
No, man, look, wait, got your IMDb up? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
What is this one right here from blacknews.com? Look.
Oh, she found The Art of the Flip. That's a very rare book, but it's one of the greatest books you're ever going to read in your life. So I wrote a book a few years ago called The Art of the Flip, How to Creatively Succeed in Job Interviews. It's available on Amazon right now. Thank you so much, Sally. And
no, you got to put up booty juice now.
Booty juice. So, okay.
Not that I know about it, of course. You understand what I'm
saying? Booty juice. Oh, okay. I know. Looking at this like booty juice. What? Well, here's the thing. So, I went to the illustrative Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina. Shaw, you know, greatest college of all time, a historically black college, and the oldest historically black college university in the South. So while I was at Shaw University, Johnson & Johnson, the company that used to make baby powder, I say used to because we don't use it no more, but they had a film festival, if you will, partnering with BET.
BET, right, when Robert Johnson had it. Yeah.
There you go. Yes, sir. This was in 2009. And I said to myself, I became the filmmaker that I am at Shaw University. And I'm not going to leave here without doing a big project, or at least the biggest project with the means I had. So I wrote a short film called Booty Juice. And Booty Juice is about a young man who struggles with the idea of sexual immorality being the norm and him not wanting it, him wanting to be in a monogamous relationship. So my good friend David Andrews plays this old Caribbean man who's encouraging this young man to be very worldly when it comes on to having lust for a woman. And
I like how you did that, man.
Yes, sir.
I like how you did that. That was so smooth. That was so smooth. Okay. That gets the X-Lax award. That was smooth.
Oh, man. Well, what ends up happening is the young man gives this beautiful monologue about why he'd rather be with one woman and build with her. And the irony is that this beautiful Ethiopian sister walks up to him, and it's his girlfriend who he's waiting for. And she's very shapely. So the old man says, I ain't trying to hear that. So you got the juice now. So the idea is from the movie Juice. So it's like, hey, you got the juice now. So ultimately, the older gentleman figured, hey, I must have told him something right. When in all actuality, it just went in one ear and out the other. So it was kind of a play on another short film I did called Chicken Man, which had a very similar, what's it called? Synopsis.
Similar vibe to it.
Similar vibe.
But you know what's funny? All of your stuff, it takes a piece from something, but it always comes back to some of the scenes I saw in Fences.
Huh.
Man.
I don't know if a lot of people have seen Fences.
Yeah, because some of the conversations are they get that deep in it, and then all of a sudden they spring off into, okay, we're gonna go down this side alley, okay, and I'm gonna take you to Truthville. Okay, I did the James Earl Jones Fences version of it. Now let's go down this side alley and let me take you to Grimy 101 and show you the truth.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
I really do appreciate that. That's a huge compliment. I'm very grateful for you to even put me in the same comparison with an American classic, not just a black classic. That's an American classic. Is powerful as Fences. Thank you so much, Chris. I gotta ask you a question.
I didn't do it, and that's the story. I'm sticking to it. Okay, right off the top, dog. Right off the top. All right.
Chris, I'm not trying to put your business out there, but is your email g.m such at such.com?
No.
The reason why I'm asking is because somebody from your camp, between Chris and Moni, ordered a copy of my DVD on PayPal.
I did.
Okay, but they didn't leave an address, so
I have it.
Okay, you what? Wait a minute.
Wait, how do I get it? Hold on, let me take this thing off so you can see it.
She got the invisible copy, bro. She got the invisible copy. She got the copy. She got the director's cut. Woo!
That didn't come out yet. I don't know how she got the invisible copy.
She got the director's cut. Woo!
There it is. That doesn't come out till February.
I told you she got the director's cut.
Yeah, that's it. I got it. Because I said, remember, I didn't give you an address because I wanted this one to be mailed to one of the viewers because I'm going to give one away. And so we'll still do that. I'll just buy another one and you ship it directly because I ain't want to have to ship it. They never get it. So this is mine.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna have to get on there and order mine to add it to my collection.
Please, Chris. Yes, it's a collector's item. This is my third feature film, Valley of the Queens.
Okay.
And man, it is just a masterpiece when it comes on to independent micro-budget feature films. I think this is a masterpiece.
I love how you did that. It's really called urban funding. Okay. I went to SBC and historically black college. So, and one of my majors was urban funding. Okay.
Yes.
Listen, it ain't what it is, it's the way you say it.
Listen, I tell people this till the day I'm no longer on earth. Shaw University made me who I am today because of I say this with all due respect, because of the lack of resources we had at that college. We were forced to be so creative to make quality work. And I'm grateful for that experience. Now, when it's all said and done, my senior year, the mass comm department got a huge endowment. We got all new equipment. But those first 3 years at Shaw University taught me how to grind, it beat me up, and it really made me who I am today. I'll never, ever, ever
Caps was going in their uncle's closet, get that Super 8, that 8mm out. Okay, right? They was, okay.
Now, Kevin, I've been working with you for some years now.
Yes,
I think 2017 or 18 might have been the very first Noxious.
That's right. But we didn't get on something before Noxious. I think we worked on the Valley of the Queens web series.
No.
It was Noxious that we made?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Noxious.
And here's one of the things that always, I'm impressed by you on multiple things, but definitely one of the things I tell people is you always hire an all-black crew.
It's very important to me to put the money back into my people's pockets as much as possible. And it doesn't mean that I would never work with a person from a different community, because I work with people from different communities all the time, love to do it. But as somebody who grew up in Los Angeles, Bellflower, California, to be exact, a small city next to Compton. When I grew up, I had this ironic dream to make movies. And ironically, growing up in Los Angeles as a young black guy going to a public school, everyone thought that my dream was insane. And I'm here like, well, every story I read about Hollywood, people are coming from across the ocean and across the country to get here to make movies. I live here. But it's crazy for me to have this dream. That don't make no sense.
Right.
And when I finally got a chance to start going to Hollywood, there's a white woman by the name of Diana Ross. Ironically, her name was Diana Ross, a white woman.
Nice.
She was the librarian at Bellflower High School. And she just took a liking to me because she said I was always polite and kind. And she said, Kevin, I know you're always running around with that video camera doing the school television show. My daughter is Raven's best friend on That's So Raven.
Wow.
Anytime you want to go to set to do an interview, you just tell me and we'll go. I said, That's So Raven was huge in 2005 when I was in high school. I said, what? Please. So, man, we made a permission slip through Mr. Matt Tidor, who was the teacher in charge of the video production class. He's the first guy to put me in front of a computer and say, this is how you edit. And I found out about that class because my late brother, Duvie, was in the regional occupational video production class. So he blessed me by guiding me there. And we went downtown Sunset Boulevard. There's a place called Hollywood Studios. It's still there today. A lot of shows I take there. Interviewed the entire cast of That's So Raven. And
wow,
most of the crew was white. And I wasn't surprised because growing up, I have parents who are very realist, and they would always say things like, if it's that hard for Spike Lee to get funding for his projects, what makes you think you can? I was like, damn, that's true. But I said to myself, one day when I'm making my own projects, I definitely, that's my brother Duvie. It's my late brother Duvie, just passed in February. It's my mom, and that's myself. And that's the Goodwill shirt. I used to be a career advisor at the Goodwill. You got my whole life story right there. And so I said to myself, I want to work with people who look like me on these projects because all of my films are going to have something to say about the experience of being a black person in America. So it's very nice being able to work with the right people.
I got the name for your next film.
Yes, sir. Lay it on me.
From Goodwill to Good Films.
Hello.
Okay.
I had my finger on the mute button just in case.
No. See, when a brother trying to be serious, y'all ready to just mute him.
I know. Well, look here. I want to bring in one other person who they're on the East Coast time right now, and when they heard you were going to be on the show, they're like, "Oh, I won't come on." I said, "Okay."
Gang.
No, take it off. Get it
It's that guy
again. Money, your son is the best boom operator in Arizona, and he left. He left me.
Please say that again. People, with all the laughing and joking this young brother does, okay, he is the best boom operator.
Bro, I'm talented.
Yeah.
I be bullshitting, but I'm talented. I like to crack jokes, but I don't play games. But I play games.
Where are you, man?
I'm in Indiana, man. I'm chilling.
Forever?
You say what?
Forever?
You say what?
No, I'm not staying here forever. That'll never happen. Two things real quick. Mom, stop wearing my shirts. Boom. That's
Your
one.
brother came down. He's like, "That's my hat. Give it to me when you're done." What up?
Man. Hey, in my clothing. Two, y'all don't understand. I got so many opportunities. I don't even know if you understand, Kevin. I got so many opportunities just from working on films with you. It's stupid. Bro, you have no idea. So, like, we worked on Noxious, right? Number one.
Yeah.
And Nile was there. Like, we worked with Nile.
Yeah.
Bro, because of that. Yeah, Nile's dope. He's dope.
Yeah, now there's a lot of sound gigs around Arizona and the country. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I linked up with Nile and did some studio work and ended up tapping in with one of his artists. Yeah. And me and one of his artists got real close, man. I went on a whole little tour with bro. I made some songs with bro, like did a whole bunch of like cool stuff that I'd have never done. Like the biggest things I've ever done in music happened be like, you're the catalyst of it.
Malik, like, yeah. Malik, I'm just the dude standing next to the dude disguising the other dude. That's it, man. I'm so grateful to God to hear you say that, Malik. You are an extraordinary young guy, man, and I work with you any day of the week, bro.
Man, to God be the glory. I am nothing. But true, man. I talk about that when, like, hey, I'll be out here talking to these ladies, and I'll be telling them about you. I'm like, bro, I worked on this one movie, and I got all these opportunities because my bro, I'm not playing. That's all facts. About my bro Kevin helped me out and like took a big ass chance on me and made me better. Because I remember at first it was like, hey, man. Because I worked on something with Will, ma. I worked with Will on some stuff. We were just bullshit. But Kevin was like, "This doesn't sound too good." He was like, "It don't sound too good," and I'm like, "I know it don't, shit." But he's like, I'm gonna take a chance on you, and then just like all these other things just happen. Man. All these other things happen.
There's your third movie, Booty Juice. The sequel.
Man.
Hey, man, I'm trying to be the star.
Booty Juice.
I was backstage on this little thing when you started talking about it, and I was like, man, that sounds like me. High key. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to be a hoe out here, be a thought out here, but it's so easy to be one. Let me tell you,
it is, Malik. I'll tell you this, man. Sex is
phenomenal.
Sex is more accessible than it's ever been, but the value of it is lower than it's ever been. It's such a catch-22, man. It's such a catch-22. So big up to you, Malik, you're in your prime, bro, and you will be till you're like 42. It's just the blessings of being a man.
I know, it's lit. Hey, I'm getting better. I'm looking better. I'm getting older, and I'm just, ooh, big boy, boom. What we talking about?
That's right, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is now go off the tracks. Okay.
Let's bring this back right quick. Let's bring it back.
You ain't been able to flex this hard since 1915.
Do what?
You ain't been able to flex this hard since 1905.
Bro, let me tell you something. This past Sunday, I legitimately qualified for Social Security. And you know what? Thank you. And they sent me a pamphlet, The Secrets to Social Security. Number one, it ain't social, and it damn sure ain't secure. Man, that was the whole thing that was on that pamphlet.
They sent you a letter. They said, hey, man, you 20 years behind. You could have had this when Bush got elected.
No, I'm good.
Happy belated birthday to both of you. Both of your birthdays are on the same day. So,
you were born on the 28th?
No, the 29th.
Man, see, man, you on something else. Everybody think I'm born. First of all, you were there when I was born.
No, dog. No, that was not me. I was not there.
I'm not talking to
you. Okay. Your fingers pointed to me.
Let's get back to Kevin's movie. Let's get back to Kevin's latest movie here, Valley of the Queens. So this is, you said it's one of your best pieces of work today.
Absolutely. This is my best project that I've ever had the opportunity to do. I truly believe as a human being. So I was going to say as a man, but by that I mean by just as a human, you definitely get better the more you do something with diligence and a tenacity and a drive to actually get better. And it's really, really not common for somebody to say, yeah, I've done one movie and completed it from start to finish. I've done two. That's not common. But to be able to say I've done 3 movies, that's just a blessing. And what's come with the hard work is, I think, a progression in my craft. And there's a few different secrets I'm gonna let you guys know about that also has helped me. But just with doing this so long, quality of sound is something that I still struggle with, but that's the next goal. I think everything else, when it comes on to acting, when it comes on to directing, when it comes on to the screenplay that I wrote, when it comes on to the cinematography, the choices of location, and the flow and the editing of the story, bar none, it's the best work I've ever done. So I'm very proud of that. We didn't have Malik on this project, so sound is something that I still struggle with. The sound is something that's so important to the visual process, and I know, God willingly, I'll continue to progress. So the next movie, there's another milestone, but outside of that, I'm really proud of this project.
And this project you dedicated to your late brother.
Yes. Wow, this is like a Nardwart interview. You guys know your stuff, man. This is crazy. Yes, that is my late brother, Deval Duvey Parkinson, who this movie is dedicated to. That's his fiancee, Veronica, and that is my dad. And this was at the premiere of my first movie, Notches. And
Yeah.
that was in 2018. That feels like it was yesterday. So
I know.
1920, 4 years later, 3 movies have been done, and a whole lot of life has been happening.
That's a good thing, though. It was when you can look back at your body of work, whether anybody else realizes it. People who are not in the industry do not realize how we study our own work, so that we can go back into and look at, okay, what could I have done better? What could I have done different? It is very hard to sit down there in front of the editing software and make that decision. Okay, what do I keep? What do I let go? What do I keep? What do I let go?
Absolutely. Can you pass me a Noxious DVD, please?
And let me tell you, while he's getting that, let me tell you something about Kevin and his movies. Kevin has to be the fastest ever in life with editing, soundtrack, everything. From as soon as we wrap, I'll be damned, the next week the soundtrack's out. Right after that, the movie's out there.
Yep.
And it's on a major platform where you can go and pay and watch it too. So, you know, I have always been very impressed by that. And this is not a brother working with a humongous budget and making it happen. And so when people, I always hear them say, oh, I need, $1 million. For what? For what?
Great question. I'll tell you what it is. So both of my parents are Jamaican. So I'm first generation American. And something that I find to be very interesting is the culture of Black people in America and Black people in the Caribbean. Guess what, y'all? It's the same. We are like the Black. The Black diaspora is not monolithic in that we all do the same thing at all the times. No, the Black diaspora is probably the most dynamic diaspora of people, because you have Black people who have blue eyes and blonde hair in some regions of the world, and you have Black people who are dark like me and Wesley Snipes with brown eyes. You have some Black people who are neuroscientists, and some Black people who are amazing, gifted boom operators / rappers like Malik. We do everything. But what I find to be really cool is that culturally, no matter where you come from as a Black person on this planet, there is a level of relatability. And growing up in Los Angeles, I never felt like an other. I just felt like another Black man. And something that I'm really proud of is that I think I have the ingenuity of all Black men. We have to make something out of nothing, because so many times we're given less resources or chances. And I'm not saying that to complain, because in the long run, it actually benefits us. But what ended up happening was my father and my mother were very big sticklers, like all Black parents are, about education.
Right.
And, I always heard my friends' parents say, I'm not sending you to school so you can be a clown, and my parents would always say, "I didn't come to this country so you can go to school and be a clown." So it's more of the same. So gathering information and then applying it was never celebrated by my parents. It was like, you're supposed to do that.
That's what you're supposed to do, right?
You're supposed to do. So at a very early age, I started learning the ability to because that's all college is. You're proving that you have the ability to gather, retain, and then use information in a tangible way.
Yeah.
So whenever I would read about filmmakers, I would notice as a young kid growing up in the early 2000s and the late 90s, I realized we've got this digital age coming. I don't have to go buy film. I don't have to get the film processed. I don't have to physically cut the film. I can take one video camera, which was my dad's old JVC VHS camcorder. I went to Radio Shack when that was still a thing and bought an old battery that they still meant that they had. They didn't manufacture it anymore. They had to order it from.
They had to go to the Tandy warehouse and dig it out.
The man went underneath the cash register, pulled out this pamphlet, and I will never forget it. It went like this. It was that old of a pamphlet. Now, this is the early 2000s. This is like 2003. So all the old stuff from the 90s, the old analog systems were on their way out, but they were still remnants of them. So it was a blessing because I came into this game right at the perfect tail end of the analog era and the beginning of the digital era. So I was able to experiment with all this analog stuff, like my dad's old JVC camcorder. Then I went to the 99-cent store as a 15-year-old, and I'd buy VHS tapes. Then I went to the garage and found 2 old VCRs my dad had, and I would splice together different things that I shot. I didn't realize I was learning how to edit. But through those experiences and through learning and understanding that the film process was getting ready to change, and we were about to step into a time that we never had before, and that the internet was coming. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I'm getting into film back when MySpace was a thing. So I had no idea what digital video, no one knew what it was going to be, but it was maybe God himself who was encouraging me like, bro, it's going to be big. You don't need the traditional Hollywood route anymore. And
that's what I felt when we started, when we stopped painting in the caves and we were allowed to carve into wood. When I was a kid, that was cool. See, that's when you didn't have to worry about where you parked your dinosaur. I'm right there with you. Yes.
So from all that, I was able to understand, okay, you can really do anything in this great country of America. And I heard a guy who I listened to on YouTube, he once said, he said, America's not its mottos. I understand that this is the greatest country in the world, but as a black man, I'm also very cognizant of the atrocities that this country has done to black people. But I'm well aware of the opportunities I have here. And that's pretty much where I live with being a proud American citizen. You know, America's not its mottos, but there is a lot of opportunity here. So the blessing of, Bill Clinton and Al Gore saying everybody's going to have access to the internet. And that happening, that like blessed my life. So after we did Noxious, I knew we need to do another project. So I started writing Noxious 2. The deal that I did with Noxious, the first movie, wasn't the greatest deal in the world. And I was advised, like, hey, you're not going to generate a lot of income, but you are going to get your name out there. So I intentionally knew what I was getting myself into, did it, and my entire life collapsed after that movie in a very ironic way. My first movie takes place in what used to be my first house that I bought with my then wife. Mm-hmm. After the movie was completed, a few months later, my then wife filed for a divorce. So here I am thinking, life sucks. Oh my God, woe is me. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X got shot, and all that happened to me was a woman left me. Like, calm down. When my dad told me one time, he said, they crucified Jesus. What makes you think people got to like you? I said, yeah.
Well, see, that was your fault. She told you not to put that scene in the movie where the living room was not clean. Listen. She told you. You talking about, I wanted it to look realistic. Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because this human never helped with this movie project. Moni was literally there. Malik was literally there. They never saw this person and they were literally in the house the entire time.
I did at the very beginning. Remember, before we started.
Right.
Before we started, yeah.
So okay. Let me show you guys how life works. Let me show you how funny God is. All that happens. Fast forward about a year, I'm getting a hankering. Like, I gotta shoot another movie. But how? Where? Why? Let me show you how God works. Boom! COVID hits. That sucks. But Uncle Sam started handing out checks. And I'm here like, man, I really need to buy a cinema camera. I don't want to rent cameras anymore because that ate my entire budget for the last movie. What do? Bam! Uncle Sam sends me a check. So I said, you know what? I'm going to buy a movie camera. Everything's great. The woman who starred in the movie Noxious, I wanted her for the sequel. She moved to Los Angeles. She works in a lab. She cannot leave the county of Los Angeles or she'll lose her job. So now I'm stuck. I need to find a slender, dark-skinned woman who can star or at least resemble her close enough to star in this movie. Where am I going to find a slender, dark-skinned woman? It's Phoenix, Arizona. There's enough black people out here. Start putting out casting calls. Do you know how hard it is to find a slender black actress? It's for some odd reason, who's dark-skinned, very hard. I never realized that. So I'm like, man, where am I going to find an actress? And this woman is sitting right in front of me, who I've known for like well over a year now at this point. She's like, I'll do it. And I said, nope. Take actresses.
Wow.
Oh, I know what ended up happening? She ended up starring in the movie. So this is Brianna. This is Brianna, my girlfriend at the time. She's like, I'll do it. And I'm like, Brianna, can you even act? Can you act? She said something to the effect of, is water wet? Is fire hot?
That's her. That is her right there.
You know what? Let's try this. Man, we turned that camera on. She knew all of her lines. Mm-hmm. She did all her own stunts except for riding the motorcycle. She made this movie what it is. And then when she wasn't on set acting, she was calling actors. She was calling to get catering. She was calling locations. She was dumping footage for me. It was a huge shift from the partner I had before to the partner I then had. So
I liked her the day I met her.
And you told me that, Moni. And I said, you're not just saying that because you like me, are you, Moni? He said, no, Kevin, I don't like that much. I said,
no, what she was telling you is a hustler needs a hustler. That's what she was saying.
I liked her energy. I liked how she loved you. I felt, and I knew that you loved her. And this was in y'all beginning because remember we had a conversation.
I remember. I'll never forget it, Moni. This and so we ended up releasing Noxious on DVD, and then my distributor said, I think you should change the poster so your audience knows it stars a black woman. And it was a great idea. It was a great idea because this poster got a lot of attention. So Noxious 2 was up and running, and I found a much better distributor and was able to have a much better business deal the second time. So a good friend of mine, Jordan Can, who stars in the movie opposite Brianna, he says, Kev, what's your next movie gonna be? I said, bro, I'm retired. I am literally tired, so I'm retired. He said, yeah, you can't stop now. You gotta do something. So that's when it came to me to relaunch the web series Valley of the Queens, which is a popular web series that I did a few years ago here in Phoenix, and write the screenplay to make it a feature film. And it turned into a feature film. Brianna also has a starring role in this film as well. And so I'm very blessed to have her part of this. And this movie is dedicated to my brother who passed away in February. He's also in the movie. And yes, Doobie made a cameo in the film. So the movie means a lot to me. And my first movie was not a faith-based project whatsoever. I thought I could tell a story and put a lot of situational awareness or social commentary, if you will, into the project. A lot of people missed the social commentary. which is no one's fault but mine as the filmmaker. So I said, you know what? That was a great test run, great experiment. But from now on, we're going to do faith-based projects. But I want them to be masculine. I want them to be action-packed. I want them to be filled with adventure. I want them to be fun. I think way too many times, and I realized this when I was a media director at a church here in Arizona. I loved working at the church, and I have my hat goes off to anybody in ministry. It's not easy work. But I realized in that role, I was blessed because I got to do a lot of media for a church that has a lot of people who are members, and they watch a lot of the content we produce. And I was also producing a TV show for TBN during my tenure as the media director at this church. But I realized whenever I went to TBN, a lot of the work that was turned in on a local level, and by local level, I mean TBN has stations in major cities all across the country.
Right.
So only some content goes national. Our show was one of the shows that went national, but most shows stay local. Most local programming on TBN nationwide is very mediocre, and it has nothing to do with the budget. People just think because he slapped God on it, it can suck. But that's why I'm so serious. That's why Christian media fails so many times. We only have like one Lecrae. Why? He's not the only Christian who can rap well. But and he himself admits it. Like there should be more of me. But so many times when we do Christian stuff, it's mediocre. And I'm like, I want to be the gap, because just because you're Christian doesn't mean you don't curse, doesn't mean you don't get angry, and then I give this theory to a lot of people. I say Jesus Christ was a violent gang leader. So your perception of what meek and humble and godly is probably wrong. And people always get mad at me for saying that. And I say that proves the point of your perception of faith when it comes on to being a Christian. Jesus, there's a moment in the Bible where he had a violent occurrence. He didn't necessarily hurt anyone, but he was physically violent and rageful. He gathered men. Like, can you imagine a dude coming to your city and saying, yeah, man, this little job you got with your dad, that's kind of whack, man. Like, being a fisher is cool, but I'll make you a fisher of men. And then these two dudes say, hey, daddy, we're going to go in this play. And you guys go to other cities and gather other dudes and then go to other townships and preach the gospel and explain to people, you don't change the way that you're living, you're going to inherit hell. Like,
these were not popular things to do.
People call people vipers. Jesus was a very interesting character. But it's safer to push this ideology of him being meek, because then you'll be meek and you won't think for yourself and push back against anything that might be turned into a norm that shouldn't be. So I'm like, okay, that's what's going to come in. And that's
Hold on now.
All right. So basically, we got Fred Hammond meets Kirk Franklin.
Bro.
But we not supposed to be there because we still at the Crystal Palace. I understand. Okay, that's
it's like when Martin Luther King, like the last television interview Martin Luther King did. He did it with ABC, and he explained that he felt that he had led his people astray. And he said, "We're going to Washington and we're coming for a check." And he was about to turn into a revolutionary who was very adamant about reparations and monetary tangibles for Black people. Or you could even say just people in color in general. Martin Luther King was dead serious about Black people having things. Then the brother dies.
Mysteriously.
Malcolm X goes to Mecca and says, you know what, we're going to bring all these people together. Die. Fred Hammond starts the Rainbow Coalition. We're going to bring everybody together. Dead. So it's like this.
Wait, let's keep going. Bill Cosby goes to buy NBC.
Son died.
Okay, you understand? These are the things that people don't see. From my perspective, I see it all the time. From your perspective, from all of our perspectives, we see it. Now, for the shameless plug, you hiring Black folks? I know there might be something wrong with your screen. I am Black. Hit a brother up. Now,
just in case.
Just in case, right? Now, the thing is that we know this going into it, which is why your work is valuable. because it keeps it. Remember the correlation I made the first time. With everything your movies do, if you're not familiar with cinema, if you're not familiar with Broadway, you will miss those fences moments in every one of your programs.
Yep.
There's that moment. There's that, and I'm gonna go there. There's that James Earl Jones moment where you understand. I'm not supposed to be your friend. My job is this. That's that dynamic moment you have in every one of your pieces. That people, if they're not looking for it, they'll miss it.
Man, thank you so much. I know. No, August Wilson was an interesting cat, and sometimes I think to myself, the stories that he portrayed had to exploit the Black experience a little bit so he could get the funding and the attention that he needed to come to his projects. But when he got you inside, you're gonna learn to.
The doors of the church are closed. You in here now? There we go. Right.
Hey, yo, real quick. I gotta go. I'm a working Malik now. I gotta be up in the morning. But y'all see, I come on here act a fool. Y'all know when Kev showed up, I shut the hell up. That's my brother, Kevin. I love you, G. Real genuine from my heart, bro. I love the hell out you, man.
Thank you,
and I be praying for you. I hope good things be happening because I do mention you in my prayers, man. I be talking to God, talking about you, talking about your family, talking about your daughter, bro. Everything, bro. I love the fuck out of you, man. I really, 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 really do.
I honestly can't tell you how much that means to me. Man, thank you, Malik. Love you too, brother. Yeah. Anything you need ever, man, call me.
Bro, you know I'm gonna hit you. Mom, stop wearing my shirts. Chris, you old as hell. I'm out.
My man. See, that's love right there. You understand what I'm saying? Because if he ever said to me what he said to you, I'd have to look at him like, that ain't the Malik I know. He'd have to end it with something like that. See, and it's a strange thing that we're talking about people who've come before us. All right. The same person, the same characteristics were with all of the folks. One of the most prolific plays was Raisin in the Sun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, exploited and put you right in the living room kitchen where most of our family gatherings are.
Yep.
And put us right there in the conflict of we can come into some cheese, y'all. And I want to do this. No, I want to do this. No, I want to do this. All right. That's the difference.
Yeah.
The difference is not what the message we're trying to send. Is that sometimes we have to reach back and get that extra little secret ingredient that made that great and sprinkle it into our own projects.
Absolutely. I completely
Kevin,
agree.
what other nuggets do you have for us? Because I know you said you have dropped a lot, and I want people to go back and hit the rewind and watch again.
I want to say thank you so much for having me. If you or anyone in the audience is interested in watching any of my films, Noxious 2 and Noxious 1 are both streaming on Tubi. That's Fox's streaming platform, Tubi. Completely free to watch. All you have to do is go to Tubi.com on your laptop, your cell phone, whatever you want, and you can watch Noxious, Noxious, and Noxious 2 Cold Case completely for free.
Because in a minute, they're going to call that Tubi famous.
To be famous. That's
all right. All right. Everybody who has come through here had a goal to be famous. I'm just saying. Okay, moving right along.
I love that. And then I put in the chat window so you guys can have the link. There is a brand new Black-owned streaming platform that is also free called Shine TV. It's spelled SHIEN TV. It's owned by a woman named Tyler Maddox. Yep. Tyler Maddox. She's been good to me. She's the reason why I now have the leverage to be able to distribute in the way I can. And I was very proud to release my new project through Shine TV. So the DVDs are limited edition. We only printed so many of these on purpose, so they would be rare in a collector's edition. But this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for $9.99, you can go to Shine TV and in full resolution watch Valley of the Queens.
Okay, I'm gonna go publicly and say this. Every one of your CDs, DVDs, I want you to put a copy of it on the side for me. I will be calling you, texting you right after the show.
These are
Like,
yours. These are
all
yours.
right. No, I don't want the ones with your fingerprints on them. But you know what? I'm good with that because you know what? That just adds to the authenticity of it. Okay, right. This is about as collected as you can get. His DNA is on this.
And I want, because I know I said we'd be giving a copy away, and I still mean that I'll be the station, though the podcast will be paying for another copy for one of the viewers who go do your research right quick or rewind or whatever it may be. The first one to put down there in the comments what Mr. Kevin Parkinson's first film was that he did. And we're not talking about first big. We're talking about first film back in college days. So y'all go figure that out. And the first one, you will win a free copy of his latest and greatest film right here.
Thank you so much.
I sponsor the second CD if you can tell me the brand name of the camera that he first used.
Hello.
That he first used. Okay. All right. And where, the two-part question. And where did he get the battery for it? There you go. There you go.
I'm grateful. Thank you guys so much. But I really am excited about Shine TV. So this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you're like, I want to support, but I do not own a DVD player, if you go to shinetv.com this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Shine TV is now active. You can download it as an app. You can download it through the Roku store. You can download it on your smart TV. You can download it on Android or cell phone or on a laptop or computer. You can just go to shinetv.com. There's a bunch of free content, all Black movies. Some are more popular than others, but it's great content. But we're going to do a premiere on Shine. So we're the first movie to premiere on Shine. And yeah, you can watch it. And all proceeds will be going toward my next movie. So DVDs are $20. But if you want to watch it on Shine TV this weekend for the premiere, it's only $9.99.
So this movie will be the first movie to premiere on Shine TV.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
So
okay.
The streaming platform is Black owned. So it's one of the only Black owned streaming networks in the world. And there's a bunch of free movies on there right now that you can watch, just like Tubi, just like Roku. But there's also a ability to do premieres. So this is going to eventually become a destination for when independent Black filmmakers say, hey, I got a movie coming out. Let's go watch it on Shine TV. So I'm excited to be the first of many that are going to come after. And I think we're really opening a new door of telling our own narrative. It's very important we tell our own narrative. So many times we hear the agonizing pain of our people saying, I don't think we're represented in movies enough. And for so long, that was a rightful cry for help because we didn't control the barrier. Hey, there it is, Shine TV. We didn't control the barrier that allowed people of color in. But now, in the words of Nipsey Hussle, this technology has empowered us all. And
well, you're great. You're wonderful. You're an example. And you're an example because historically in our community, we always talk about, yeah, man, I'm Jamaican. How many jobs you got? 5. You're not Jamaican, bro. Here you are. You've taken that 5-job mentality and put it into one thing.
And done it well.
That's where I was going. Okay. And did it well. So your 5 jobs are all in the same location.
Wow.
All right, you're the camera operator. You're the director. You do your own dailies. You do your own drops. People who don't know what dailies is, go look it up. All right, and so you took all 5 of those jobs and put them in one direction, which is why you are able to do what you do.
I never thought of it that way. I met Damon Wayans about 2.5 years ago. I went to the comedy club downtown right next to CVS. What's the name of it?
This is Improv.
Thank you.
The improv, yeah.
And Damon Wayans did a show. It was hilarious. And after the show, I took a picture with him. And I said, man, growing up, my family and I used to watch In Living Color. And whenever you did the Hey Man skits, we laughed, man. Those are some dope stereotypes. And he started busting up laughing and said, dope stereotypes. That's a good one. And I didn't realize no one's probably ever said dope stereotypes before.
No.
So we laughed and we put a picture together, and it was real cool. So,
but you're doing it. Yeah, you're doing that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And Sally put up a link up there from Free the Work, an article on must know Black filmmakers, collectives, and platforms.
Well, you know what, Sally? I never even heard of this article. Am I mentioning
I'm
it?
telling you, I have.
Okay. We stole her. We got her from a government agency that we won't talk about.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Sally, don't look at my search history.
Sally can find anything.
Can Sally send me that link? I didn't even know I was mentioned in that article.
Yeah, Sally, will you send that to Kevin Forrest, please, directly? That I would sincerely appreciate it.
So much. Hey guys, speaking of shameless plugs, can I plug something real quick that has nothing to do with that? Okay, so my lady has this amazing platform called Be Uniquely We. And honestly, it's a great platform for young adults who want to have go on a spiritual journey. It doesn't matter what your spiritual background is. This organization that she has created is based in Bible and Christianity, but everybody.
Say the name of it again. Say the name of it again.
B-E, Uniquely We. So there's an Instagram account that I want people to follow. If you or anybody you know is interested, and it's spelled B-E, or the Instagram is Uniquely. So U-Y-O-U, but the U shares the same U with the word unique, so it's like a compound word. So Y-O-U-N-I-Q-U-E-L-Y, we _ So Uniquely We. So there's not a lot of activity on there right now. It's a fairly new page. You'll see a logo. It looks just like this.
Yeah.
Now there you go. I like that.
Where is it? There we go.
Who you know in the electric company, man?
The electric company, like APS?
Yeah, man, because you got TVs on in front of you and everything, man. It's like
and he ought to know.
Did Sally teach you how to get all this recognizance?
No, but we got the same uncle, and I'll leave it at that.
I believe it. But the last 2 years of my life, when did I get divorced? 2018, 19, 20, 2022. Is it 4 years? Oh my God.
Free at last. Thank God Almighty. Free at last. I'm sorry. My bad.
The last 4 years of my life have been a roller coaster. Like God was like, yo, you 31? All right, start kicking his butt. But ironically, there's been a lot of wins. But I've been getting beat up out here, but there's been a lot of wins also. And
you just got to look for them. They're there.
Yes, there it is. Be Uniquely We. I think the reason why there's been so many wins is because of my spiritual walk with God. So there's also a Patreon. So if you guys want to hear like weekly Bible studies or be a part of the Bible studies, and again, it doesn't matter what your spiritual background is, but we are a Christian-based organization. There's also a Patreon tier that you can join to hear the Bible studies and things like that. Nothing pushy. It's just that having a spiritual connection the last 4 years, it saved my life probably. Going to court, fighting for visitation with your daughter because the woman who you're no longer with is telling lies about you and your family to intentionally keep you away from your daughter. None of them ever stuck, by the way. So that's, God be the glory. But the annoyance of having to fight for your child, and then the blessing of having a new partner in your life who's really down for you, then the spiritual battle of your brain telling you dumb things like, they don't love you. It's so up and down and messy. And I could sit here all day and be like, I just had to stand 10 toes down and be a man and be real about it. I'll be honest with you. I was in the shower crying a few times, listening to old R. Kelly songs. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but
listening to
listening to
that's real talk, though. That's real talk.
Right.
To God be the glory, man. So I didn't want to leave this interview. I'm sounding all upbeat and stuff. Behind the scenes, a lot of wins, a lot of ups and downs, but that's manhood. That's life. I don't think you can make it without a spiritual journey. I'm not the guy who's going to say, if you don't commit your life to Jesus, you're going to hell. Because I don't know if that's necessarily true. But I'm going to tell my kids that I want them to be Christians. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
I'm not going to say that God isn't going to love you and welcome you into the kingdom of heaven because you don't believe what I believe. But I do believe that the Christian faith has allowed me to stay on course because God knows I've fallen off of it like 45,000 times. So it's been a great lane to stay in, to be pragmatic when it's necessary and then be very spiritual when it's necessary.
I look at the Christian lane. I look at religion. And in the Christian lane, I'll say this, and I know my email's going to fill up, and that's fine. I look at that as a 3-lane highway. Yeah. I'm in the middle, which is where I want to be. But understand, don't try me, because I'm gonna get over in there. I'll get in that fast lane and get with you. I'll just have to come back to the middle lane. Okay, say I got to come back. Let me, I'm really not feeling your nonsense. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get in the middle lane and go around you. Okay, but if you need for me to slow down and tag you up a bit, I'll get over in the right lane. All right, and tag you up real quick, and then jump back into the middle lane. I'm not gonna go to the left. I'm not gonna run from it. Hey, I tagged him up. Now what? But the thing is, we have to have that with us, and historically, that has been proven. Martin, you look at Malcolm. They were both in two. One was in the left lane, one was in the far right lane, and in the end, they were both trying to get in the middle lane.
So true, so true. We're always going to come back. There's an amazing line in the movie, and you'll see it in the trailer. If you Google the trailer or go on YouTube, you'll see that the character Anubis in the trailer says, I come in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Mother. And one of the stars of the movie, he says, don't you mean the Holy Spirit? And Anubis says, absolutely not. And a lot of people would write comments and say, like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Well, Anubis is a fictional Egyptian deity, a god who used to be worshipped. He's pretty much the equivalent of our Grim Reaper, if you will. And Anubis pretty much worked for the gods in the heavens, or the ultimate god Ra. Because remember, Egypt, a black society, an ancient society, was the first society to be a monolithic society and worship one god.
Don't take them there. They're not ready for that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they're not ready for that. They're not ready for that. Okay. See, you and Dr. Hawass, y'all always want to take people there.
So y'all go ahead and hit the rewind and catch what he said again.
But you dead on. You are dead on.
Absolutely.
So in this movie, where there's so many ideologies that are so similar and exactly the same from ancient Egyptology and Christianity. It's almost as if they're one and the same. So if my people were worshiping God thousands of years ago and they called him Ra, and today my people are worshiping God and I called him Yahweh, Jesus, or God, can't I just skip all this confusion of the things that happened throughout the histories and just continue to be a God-fearing Black person who's on a mission on earth? Maybe if I get rid of those distractions of religion, because maybe it's the same thing, I can do so much more by just being a good God-fearing person. So this and other information like it is discussed in this new movie called Valley of the Queens.
My man. That's
It's an eye-opener. You know, it's so ironic. We have a predominantly Black cast in this film. One of our actors, who was a Hispanic gentleman, he called me yesterday and he said I had a watching party at my house of your movie of 22 people. And we loved every single bit of it. So I'm sure a majority of the people there were of different ethnicities than just Black. But this movie isn't a movie that's saying, hey, Black people are the only people and everybody else is going to hell. No, but this movie is raising so many different ideas and anybody can relate to what's in this movie and the importance of the questions that this movie is asking. So when a spiritual oracle confronts him about his mischievous time on earth, Michael, an angel determined to get justice on his own terms, must save Black Americans from a dark future of planned obsolescence. So I'm very proud of the movie and what we discussed in the movie. I've had so many people ask me what planned obsolescence is, and that has been so exciting because there's so much terminology, so many words, so much to dissect that we don't even know about that is always helped when some knowledge is done. I like to end all my movies with a Bible verse. This movie ends with Hosea 4:6, which says, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." And my lady, the amazing woman in my life, she recently bought me this book. It's called Double Speak by William Lutz. I can't wait to dive into this book. I'm currently finishing another book called In the Arena. It's the story of Michael Hollis, the young man out of Atlanta who started his own airline at the age of 30. But this book by William Lutz was written in 1989. And I can't wait to read it because it talks about what's called double speak. Have you guys ever heard of double speak?
I've heard the phrase, but I've never delved into it.
Absolutely. So double speak is when a person or a thing, meaning like a media apparatus, says one thing but means another.
Fox News. Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? My bad.
So
I was reaching for the mute button, and I'm sorry. My bad.
My bad. People are able to overcome things like double speak and able to better understand what things truly mean. Man, how much further are we going to be able to fly?
And when you were speaking in reference to the movie and allowing people to know, it's not just for a certain domination, it's not a fact of, if you don't do ABC, you're going to hell, but it's to open your mind. That's what I heard. It's to open your mind so that you can then study, learn, and apply to your life the way you need it to be, because every single life is different.
Every single life.
How they need it and when they need it are all very different. And Sally has put the definition up there for us.
Learn to pronounce noun deliberately, euphemistic, ambiguous, or obscure language. The art of political doublespeak. Thank you, Sally. Exactly.
You know what I like? The fact that they finally put them two words together. Political and doublespeak. That's all I'm going to say on that. Yeah. All right. That's all I'm going to say on the subject.
So now, I don't know if you caught it. Sally put another link up there. She said to check out the Black House Foundation. The Black House Foundation helps Black creative voices and executives gain a better foothold in the industry. They showcase the best of the best in film and television and are committed to highlighting the power of Black writers, producers, directors, and executives telling their stories. So you guys check that out. Sally is also an actress
Awesome.
with quite a background. So she and then former military also. So she understands quite a bit of all that you're saying and
Oh,
where
we're
it
gonna have
comes
to
from.
get Sally on to the next project. You know, just sitting here and having this conversation with you guys has helped inspire me for my next project, because I've been at a crossroads. Like, okay, there's 4 projects that I'm interested in doing next. I didn't know which one to do next, but I think I do now after this conversation. So thank you guys so much.
Well, I'm excited because I'm gonna get a call for this one, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna hope I get a call.
Oh,
He said, Sally
Well,
said,
well-
yes, just hire me for your project.
of course you're gonna get called.
Well,
My-
I just Facebooked him. That was my ding that he heard on his phone.
Oh, I saw my lady was over here with her beautiful self putting you together a Macish package. Just Tariq Nasheed would say. You're getting not only Noxious 2 on DVD, you're getting Valley of the Queens on DVD, and you're getting an autographed copy of my book, The Art of the Flip, How to Creatively Succeed in Job Interviews. And
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an infomercial by the one and only
my lady is putting a Macish package together.
a Macish package together. My man. Oh, thank y'all very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So now
Absolutely.
is she gonna scoot over so we can see her?
She's
That ain't happening. Good look. She been on that side of the room for the last 20 minutes. She is not moving. I saw with his eyes cut over to her. And she went like this. Yeah.
You got nice skin. Show me your hand. Look how beautiful her hand is, y'all.
All right. Hey, Moni, if we do like 10 more people like this, we got knee,
And
we got a hand. Okay, we go put something together.
we'll put a person fully together.
This
Then.
guy keep coming up too. He keep coming up.
Who is that?
You trying to say something? That's Prince.
What's up, Prince?
You think he a human?
No, he tried to audition for that role in your next movie.
Right?
Who do you think we modeled the mask off of?
See? Yeah. Okay.
Show him, Prince. Show him, player. Show him.
Where's my check?
I'm in the movie. Check it out.
Was it clear through my agent?
It's the boy.
Okay. All right. You must.
He actually makes a cameo in the movie.
Needs to, absolutely. Kevin, I'm so proud of you. I always have been. However, your determination and your ability to continue going and to pull goodness out of things when it could bury you, let's just be very honest, is very inspiring.
I think thank you, Maury. That means a lot. If I didn't have my brother these last few years, I don't know where I would have been. If I didn't have my parents and my family, I don't know where I've been. If I didn't have my daughter, and she's only 5, so I don't mean to put too much on her, but just her.
Why not? Blue Ivy gets put out there.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I keep trying to hit that mute button. My bad.
Let me help him out. I muted him. He's good.
And if my lady didn't come into my life, her name is Brianna Unique. If she didn't come into my life, I don't know if, you don't want to sound like a simp and say something like, man, my girl saved my life. As a man, you don't want to say that. But
You still in your 30s, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. So you under 35?
I am 35.
Okay. You must be like halfway into 35.
I just turned 35 in April.
Okay, you ain't even halfway. Let me explain. When you get to the other side, just one block past halfway into 35,
Yes.
you're going to realize that his simp don't mean a doggone thing.
Okay.
You're going to be proud of what you do. You're not going to care. Okay, I am extinct. For my birthday, I got an invitation to Jurassic Park talking about we got a room waiting for you. Okay, don't play.
But
that's it. You have to be you.
I think again, very much so inspirational. The fact of that you're able to show young people that
Yes.
what? Yes, I believe in the Lord. I believe in these things, but I also realize who was sent to me.
Yeah, and I'm not easy these days with the somebody told me recently, you've gone through, you might have PTSD. I said, I ain't been in the army. She said, no, not that kind of PTSD, but from the divorce to fighting for custody of your daughter in court to being laid off from work. I was laid off from my job August 10th, Tuesday, August 10th last year. And they pulled me in that back room and said, Kevin, you're the best videographer we've ever had. But we're going in a different direction. So here goes severance package. I said, you're firing me? I said, no, we never fire you.
We're setting you free.
I never had been let go from employment ever in my life.
You weren't let go this time. You were freed.
I appreciate you saying that because we immediately went into production on Valley of the Queens.
That's it. You were freed. All of that time that you were using, that 8, 10, 12 hours you were using to help them make money, you now have to put into your life. Okay? So you are keeping up the world famous Jamaican tradition of still holding 5 jobs down. You understand what I'm saying?
Ain't do nothing but clock in at the next one.
That's it, right? Go to that spare bedroom you got, clock in and keep it pushing. That's all.
Well,
I appreciate you guys so much. That's hilarious. But yeah, I know after all those things, and then my brother passing away in February, man, I know I haven't turned into somebody who is extremely lovable all the time. So to have, what do they call it? Kids and animals, what kind of love? Unconditional love.
Unconditional love,
yeah.
right.
So to have unconditional love for my daughter and Brianna, I don't know why she still puts up with me. So I'm very, thank God for that. But for her to be like, yo, I know what you've gone through, not that person. And for me to literally tell her to her face, I don't believe you. But for her to still be like, okay, I'm still here to help you and love you. I don't understand why God has been that good to me. There are other days where I'm like, God, how could you take my best friend away from me? My big brother. Why would you do this?
He just physically took him away. Understand something. The great director said, I need a co-director. I need somebody who can reach him. Okay, here, let me get. So all your brother's doing is sitting in a chair up there with co-director on his back of his chair going, yo, dog, that ain't how we do it. You see, that's all it is. Oh, your next project has already been planned.
Yes.
Now it's just a matter of you putting it in. I'm sorry, Moni, you're not used to seeing me on this level.
No, he usually doesn't speak much.
Let me go back to being quiet. I'm sorry.
No, he's definitely on the right thing. I watched the video right before we got on air of your brother on the roller coaster. And cracked up. Oh my gosh. I said, this is hilarious. And so, of course, and I love your mom. And it was, let me tell you all a little something right quick, because I've never met personally your mom. And this is maybe after working on Noxious, the first one or something. I can't remember what point it was, and maybe after the second one. And your mom and I would just always talk online, and we'd be inboxing each other, talking, laughing, having a good time or whatever. And I think when I came back on set, or it was something, he was like, how you know my mama? And I'm like, just online, because, speaking of her, admiring the fact of her being your mother, and just out of respect, and we just always talking, whatever. And I just grew very fond of and whatnot. And definitely my condolences went out, and I still, send your mama hearts every once in a while, just to, send them, because I know that she's struggling. But when I saw Brianna there with you, it made my heart so warm, because she's a tough lady. She's a tough lady, while at the same time being so sweet and loving.
You described her very, very well.
Absolutely. Well. I'm telling you, from the first time I met her and you and I had that conversation, I knew who she was to you. I knew who she was to you, and that she needed to stay in your life. I knew that. You were hurt, you were damaged, you were scared, you were all these, you were doubtful, and she was it, honey. She was it.
See, I'm the type of man who I wasn't designed to have side pieces. So I need a woman who's very multifaceted, because my mind can go in many different directions. So finding her was like, Yo, thank you. I appreciate it. I really, really do.
And what did they say? I'm every woman. That's what she
Yes,
is.
yes,
Yeah.
she so is.
And with gas being $5.69, no, you can't be a side piece because I'm not traveling. No, I'm not. I am not traveling. I'm not traveling. Gas is $5.69. You can't even be a side piece no more. Okay, you will become a side piece when gas goes back to $1.50 a gallon.
You missed your time when that gas hit $5.
Nobody over. I can't do
It's not that I don't love you, baby, but I just can't afford you. It's not. No. You're not expensive, but this trip getting over here to your house is kicking my behind. All right.
This comes from a guy who owns his own company. For the side piece. I don't know what this other company doing. You see
I'm
how
an anthem you in Mesa. It just ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
Right. Wait, what you mean meet you at Tempe Town Lake? No.
Then I gotta rent. Then I gotta rent a scooter. I gotta buy some water.
Right.
I can't.
Wait, and they can't even do what I want to do because we're in the damn park. No, I'm good.
Can't afford a hotel. I would go further where that thought just took me, but we'll stop right there.
I know the stories of the players back in the 70s and the 60s and 50s. How they had whole other families.
Wait, why you got to go there now?
You know what I'm talking.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, she got me right next door. She got me right next door. You got to deal with it because I can't drive all the way across town.
If it costs me, if it means I got to put my key in my ignition, it ain't happening. Okay.
Not happening. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Well, Kevin, look, before we let you go, is there anything else that you like the people to know, where to support you, where to go, any of that?
You know, I'm very active on Instagram. I have Facebook pages for everything, but if you just type in Vinark, the letters M and the letter P on Instagram or Facebook, my pages will come right up. I'm very active on there. And
what is it, Vin?
So Vin as in Kevin, and Ark as in Parkinson.
Okay.
Yes, and then I want everybody to join my email list. I don't know how I could do this, guys. I have a QR code. I have a QR code I could give you guys. I don't know. But if you just go to this QR code, you scan that, you can sign up for my email list, and you'll be the first to know about my upcoming movies, my new projects, everything.
I hope I find out about it when you send me the call sheet. But that's all right. If I got to go the other way, I will.
You got it. There it is. There it is. Sally with the save. That's my IG page. But
I don't even see it.
ARK@gmail.com. And I would love to sign people up for my email list.
Come a little closer, Kevin, because we couldn't hear you, and give that email again.
You got it. So my email is Kevin, KEVINARK, @gmail.com.
And I'm sure, say it one more time, because I'm sure Sally is typing it.
You got it.
Put it in there.
Kevin, ARK, @gmail.com.
And tell the people why you want them to email you.
I want to add everyone to my email list so they can get behind the scenes content. They can hear from me. They can find out when my new movies are coming out, get direct links to watch my movies for free, and just communicate with me. I love hearing from the people.
To keep them in the know. All right.
Absolutely.
Well, Kevin, it has been an honor as usual. Wait, let me put this up here. Make sure, is that email correct, Kevin?
Absolutely.
All right, you guys, you all can either go to our Facebook page, going down on the mic, and you can click it there, or you can look on the screen, and it's right there on YouTube and every place else that it will show up. You guys can see it there. It has been nothing less than a pleasure having you with us. And you know you are always welcome. I tell you that, and you're so humble that I have to go and almost force you to come on and talk about your projects. I gotta get all a little hood on you, Kevin. Yes, this day. Yes, Kevin.
Yeah, she got you, dog. Just roll with it. Just roll with it. I've been doing this for a minute. There's certain times you just sit back and let her do what she gonna do.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It-
I appreciate you guys so much. It's a blessing that we now have control of our own media. And thank you guys for thinking of me to be interested enough to be on your awesome platform.
Well, I thank you on behalf of Gordon Parks, John Singleton, okay, James Earl Jones, all of those folks who are in the industry, Denzel Washington, all the directors, Spike Lee, okay, who had to do guerrilla warfare to get their projects done.
That's right.
Okay. I liken you to another brother I've worked with, Dr. Rodney Pearson. Okay, who again, we got this guerrilla warfare going on where to get our projects going on. All of y'all are keeping it real and keeping it alive. So I applaud you for the struggle.
Thank you. Thank you so much. A lot of guys say things like, man, I want to be the next Bill Gates. I want to be the next Steve Jobs. I want to be the next Walt Disney. Guys who I admire, guys like Kanye West and that ilk of popular black man who's very successful. They say they want to be like men who I realize are white. And I always think to myself,
I like how you threw that last name in there. I like how you did. That segue was so smooth. You threw him off with Disney and then came back around the corner. I like that. Go ahead, keep going, just so you know I know. All right. You went from the guy who had the mouse to the guy who was the rat. I like that.
It fascinates me how a lot of black men who are very ambitious in
Come a
terms
little
of
closer,
business.
Kevin.
Say it again.
Come a little closer so we can hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It interests me how other brothers who are very ambitious so many times are proud of saying they idolize men who don't look like them. And there's nothing wrong with looking for leadership, mentorship, or even a life path from someone who doesn't look like you. But I want more men who look like us to be proud of saying, I want to be like another man who looks like us.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
For my birthday, Brianna got me this amazing book. I didn't even know this book existed. Check this out. Michael Jackson Inc. So this guy named Zach O'Malley Greenberg, he writes a book about the business deals that Michael Jackson completed. Michael Jackson was a very shrewd businessman. A lot of people don't give him credit for that. But the guy knew his stuff. So I can't wait to dive into that book, because when people say things like, who inspires you? Michael Jackson? And I don't care what nobody says. Like, growing up, being able to watch that guy, there'll never be another Michael Jackson, because in terms of media, everything is niche based. So there'll never be another human in our lifetime who is able to cross as many platforms, boundaries, genres, demographics, age groups, countries as this cat right here. A poor kid from Gary, Indiana. A poor black kid from what? Like,
I play in his yard a many a day.
Right. How amazing of a story is this?
Absolutely.
So I want to be one of the black men who is not afraid to champion other black men who came before me and say, that's what I want to do. I want to be like that.
Yeah, you have to. Moni, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. I pick up a camera because I was blessed enough to kind of spend a little time around Gordon Parks.
That's amazing.
And so when I pick up a camera, that's what I'm thinking about. Anytime I pick that camera up, okay, let me go back to where I learned from. All right. And all of us have our reasons on why we do what we do, what our motivations are. Your motivation comes from your heart. Your motivation, just in talking to you, comes from your heart and your faith.
Thank you.
And then you throw them all in a mixing bowl and you mix it up, and then you won't eat it that day. You put some saran wrap on it and throw it in the refrigerator. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this batter, but when I get around to it, it's gonna taste good. All right, and then you'll pull it out, like you said tonight. I just found out the idea from that batter you had in the refrigerator from 3 weeks ago. Now you're gonna pull it out and be like, yeah, let me start molding it.
Put it
Right.
together,
So
put it in the oven.
that's it, and that's what you do. And there's nothing wrong with that. People think, well, I got to put out 5,000 movies. No, you put out the classics. You sit down and you look at Hitchcock. He did a bunch of movies, but they were classics. Okay.
Quality over quantity.
That's it. I mean, look, George Lucas, he put out one movie. He put out 2 movies. He put out American Graffiti and Star Wars: A New Hope. That's all he did. Next thing you know, okay, you can't go down the underwear aisle where I found in some Star Wars drawers. Okay, come on, let's keep it real.
And speaking of being able to get the game from people of all ethnicities, you know what's so cold about the man behind Star Wars? George Lucas went to Fox, and
they turned him down.
they turned him down at first, and they were like, all these space movies are coming out, and they're kind of lame. They're not really doing well, and so he took his own money, and he shot a little bit of the movie. A producer found out about it, went back to Fox, got a deal, and they didn't give him a lot of money, and he hustled, made Star Wars, and became this behemoth. And here's what happened. George Lucas had the ingenuity to say, I don't really care about the rights to the movie, but I need to own the rights to merchandise. 20th Century Fox was like, this guy, whatever, bro.
But you see that circle went around.
Right. Toys,
yeah.
clothes, video games.
Any and everything.
But do you know who he got that from? He got that from Disney.
Right.
He got, here's how vicious the cycle is. He was turned down by the Tin Woodman's son. Okay. Jack Haley Jr. turned him down at MGM. So you had the Wizard of Oz telling you can't make your own movie.
Right.
And now you turn around here again and you're using the business acronym from Walt Disney, who bought up every piece of swampland he could find.
Come on.
Okay. In Florida and in California, and he did it so smooth. Come on. Really?
Come on.
So then you take that. What does Michael Jackson do? He takes the acronym from both of them and says, no. I'm serious. This is what happened. He took the acronym from both of them and went back and took the acronym from Fred Astaire,
yep,
who took his from Bill Robinson.
Come on, man.
Okay, see, part of my job is, yes, in order for me to be behind that camera, I need to know the history of it. And that's what that happened. So it all came back in one big circle.
Kevin, look, Chris has never, ever talked this much and been this hyped and through this many, ever.
I'm sorry, my bad. I'll be quiet.
And I love this man. Hence the reason he's my co-host. However, never ever has anyone been able to get that much talking out of him. Ever.
Well, I'm honored that I was able to hear the man speak. The man knows what he's talking about.
I just see it, and I'm blessed to be with both of y'all. Thank you. But you have to understand greatness underneath the mud.
Yeah.
Okay? You have to look beyond what you see.
Yeah.
For years, I've been hearing about Moni, met her, loved her, and had somebody say something that was kind of sideways. Okay. Matter of fact, it was so much sideways, it was coming back around. It went to the east and came all the way back around to the west. It was way sideways. So I had to check him on it.
Yeah.
And somehow it got back to Moni.
And we were there.
Yeah. And we got to talking like that, bro. And it was like that. And so I've been watching the show, and it's when somebody else I dearly love, Toy Taylor, was on there. And one day I joked, I said, y'all need to have me come on as a host.
Hello.
Okay. Well, I came on as a guest at first. And then it became a hostage situation. Okay. You ain't going nowhere, dog. We gonna keep you.
Well, because I love Chris. And I'm like, God, it'd be great to have Chris on here. But I'm thinking, there's no way I can get Chris on here. That's just not going to happen. And he sent me a very simple message one day. He said, put me in the game, coach.
Hello.
And I say, what? I say, you serious? And we've been rocking ever since. Now, I got to cuss him out every once in a while. I'm going to keep that 100.
You still mad about not getting on? You just mad about not getting on the jet. That's all you mad about. You'll get over it.
That too.
That too. Yeah.
That too.
See, the thing is, we have to empower ourselves.
Absolutely.
Okay. We at one point were the most powerful community. If you look back, Central Park was ours.
Right.
Harlem was ours.
That's right.
Okay. There are places in this country that were ours and are no longer ours. Okay. You can take the real estate. Okay. But you can't take what's in our brains. Right. We are among the most creative society
and resilient
that ever lived. And we are, not that we are kings and queens. We just have to go back and ascend to that position. And the only thing that's holding us back is us.
Absolutely.
Go like you needed a camera. You went and got your camera. I needed a camera. Now I got more cameras I know what to do with.
Hello.
Have mercy. Lord have
No,
mercy.
no. Do you think I'm joking, money?
Do not start pulling stuff out.
All right.
I might want to talk to you about lenses because I'm going to be in the market soon for a new lens.
What kind of camera you using?
Black lens cam. So I need a micro 4/3 mount.
Micro 4/3.
Canon EF mount. I can just get an adapter for that too.
Yeah, but you lose something in using the adapter. But we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
Sure.
Well, guys, we're gonna have to pull it to an end, only to keep it under 2 hours so that we can rebroadcast it again.
We were gonna go through our shopping list. That was gonna be another show.
I know where it was going. You start talking lenses to him and what type of cameras, and this was gonna be a whole other 2 hour show, which I can appreciate. But I'm gonna do you have his contact information, Kevin? I will make sure that I give you each other's contact information so that you can, because he really is a master at what he does also. All jokes aside, I mess with him and I talk about him and I do cuss him out once in a while.
Once in a while, I get on this show just to get in the show. I got to get cussed out. What's the secret cuss word?
This is a fact. And he's still here and I love him. But I will make sure that you all have each other's contact information because I think that there would be an excellent contact for both of you.
I'd appreciate that. I really would.
Absolutely. You know who I am. I'm all about spreading the love and edifying each other. So I'm all for it. I would not take that away from either one of you all. Kevin, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
I hope that you found it a benefit. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. And again, I wouldn't care if it's next week. You are more than welcome to always come back. Whenever you are working on something, or the family is or whatever, you got a launching or whatever, or you want somebody, just look, hit me up. Even if we bring you on for 5 minutes to talk about it or whatever, hit me up and we'll make it happen.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely.
Please, guys, go to shinetv.com, download it on your cell phones, download on your smart TVs, and this Friday, 8 p.m., the premiere of Valley of the Queens. It will be live, and Shine TV is global. So I want all of my people of color, especially my Black filmmakers, if you have a project, if you have a movie, and you're looking for a platform, Shine TV is awesome because when it comes on to a lot of platforms here in America, like, for example, Roku only works in the United States. And so if I'm in Africa, if I'm in Japan, if I'm in China, I can't go and just get on regular Roku and have access to the same content. but Shine TV is a global app. So if you're in Australia, you can tell somebody go to shinetv.com and watch my movie. So it's an amazing platform, and I'm really, really proud to be a part of it. And please, if you want to see Valley of the Queens, you can order a DVD from me. Just shoot me an email or go to my Instagram page and get a limited edition DVD. On this Friday, Shine TV, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only.
Absolutely. And hey, let's talk about some sponsorship, maybe with some Shine TV and going down the mic. I'm just throwing it out there.
Absolutely.
I'm throwing it out there.
I ain't saying, but if I was saying, right?
All right, guys, it has been a blast. I have loved it. And I usually don't take it out with music, but I think I will again today with Anthony Frazier, give him another little spin. Kevin, thank you. And we're going to leave you like we found you, going down on the mic. Sir Chris, I'll see you next week, and I'll definitely talk to you right after the show.
I didn't do it.
Everybody.
Chris, Moni, nothing but love. Thank you both so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know